Welcome back to ITC 2019 in Las Vegas. And who am I speaking with?
My name's Alex Glanz.
And what do you do?
I am a solution principal at Medallia, and I focus exclusively on our insurance practice.
Okay, so what does Medallia do?
So Medallia is a customer experience management platform. So what that means in normal lingo is that we essentially help brands manage and understand their customer experiences and their employee experiences so that they can deliver better experiences to those customers and employees.
Okay, so how do they do that?
So we do that by capturing a variety of signals. Now, these signals come in different formats. They could be direct surveys that we send to customers, ask them for feedback. You've had that time and time again. Many of those times that would be actually from Medallia. So we work with some of the largest brands like Hilton Hotels, Delta Airlines, Airbnb, and others. And so you would have engaged with Medallia at some point in your life, and if you check your inbox, you'll have a Medallia survey.
Didn't even know it was there.
Exactly. And in addition to that, we collect a number of passive signals as well. So we're trying to create this full customer view beyond just surveys, but also looking at different signals that are coming in. You submit a claim, so that's a piece of information about your identity and potentially how your experience is being shaped. So if you had to call, if you went into the authenticated insurance portal and then you had to call into the contact center, these are two interactions you've had with the company already that are probably signaling you're having an issue somewhere. And so we build this full 360 view so that you can understand what's happening with your customers, and most importantly, that you can then take action. So we analyze that data. We have an AI and machine learning layer that essentially surfaces insights. It helps you predict and understand what are the behaviors your customers are experiencing, and also what should you do next to help improve that experience.
Yep. So any aspect of social media get in there, like a
little bit
negative review on Yelp or...
Yeah, so we have a social media component as well. It's less prevalent in insurance, but especially in our hospitality industry, retail, travel, those are much bigger areas. We actually, little known fact, a lot of the surveys that people complete through Medallia for their hotel stays actually get fed into TripAdvisor. And so a number of the responses you actually see in TripAdvisor are authenticated customers who have actually stayed at the hotel. They received a Medallia survey, and they've had the option to push that data back into TripAdvisor.
Yep. So a company that's in the insurance ecosystem, what would an engagement look like?
Yeah, so we work with a number of companies, Generali, Zurich, Farmers Insurance, and we work with them to help them develop a full 360 view of that customer. And so we would be tracking down all the different touch points in those customer experiences and employee experiences.
So within the IT system that they have, and externally, other outside data that you collect.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be a mix of their operational data and their customer experience feedback data that will come in together. And then what's really powerful is when you take all of that and you take those insights and you democratize them across your organization. So it may not be a big news headline to say we're going to get a bunch of surveys from customers and we're going to analyze that data, do a couple PowerPoint presentations internally to our executives. That was sort of the common way of doing market research. Now, what's different about this is that we're taking these little insights and feeding them to the right person every single day in the organization. So whether you're a claims adjuster or you're an underwriter or you're an insurance agent, a customer may be saying something that might be relevant to your specific role, and we serve that up. Medallia is actually the kind of platform of choice for people to go in and find those insights about customers.
Yeah. So does the platform itself kind of signal to the right person that something is happening?
Exactly.
Or so it's not left up to someone at the insurance carrier to kind of say, hey, something might be happening here. There's like a red flag or something brought to their attention.
Exactly. So we can come up with those sort of operational triggers in a number of ways. But essentially, if a customer has a bad experience, you want to first address that bad experience, right? So if I'm having a bad claims experience and I let you know that, I fill out that survey, I don't want it to go into a black hole. I want someone to take action on it. And so what we do is we route that feedback to the right person in the organization. Maybe it's the person that is handling your claim. Maybe it's a centralized team that's managing complaints and issues. And that person, and they might have a process where they will call or email you to follow up on that experience and try and resolve that issue. And we call that addressing sort of inner loop problems. And at the same time, we want to also take the knowledge from that call and saying, hey, what is the root cause of this issue? Is this something that's indicative of a broader problem that other customers are experiencing? Because if it is, then maybe we can actually address that friction point altogether and eliminate that pain point for customers and improve the customer experience overall, not just for that one person who had a bad claims experience.
Yeah. So insurance does not have a good reputation when it comes to this.
Yep.
So I'm not breaking new ground there.
Yeah.
Right. So where do you see this going? Like, obviously, I think a lot of folks would focus on the distribution aspect, like the sales and that part. But if someone ended up buying, it could be a negative experience, but they still ended up buying.
Yeah.
So claims seems like an obvious area. Where else do you see where we can make a difference?
Yeah, I think we can make a difference across the board. Really, we see the reason I think traditionally insurers haven't really had to focus as much on customer experience today. And I think even the connotation that's associated with customer experience is increasing cost, right? It's we have to spend more to make things better. And we need, we're going to try and be like Four Seasons or Airbnb and delight customers. And I don't think that's the reality of what customer experience really means. What it means is, that there's an incremental value in improving an experience. And that could be either through eliminating a negative experience or really creating that delight. And if you can attach the economic value of improving that experience and compare that to the cost of making the investment, now you can make an educated investment decision around whether or not you're going to invest in customer experience. And the problem today is most insurance companies, they don't understand what the ROI of investing in customer experience is because they don't have the visibility to really make those meaningful, decisions.
Yep.
So that's where we help and we come in.
Well, thank you for coming. You are now, this is a token of our appreciation.
Okay.
You're now officially a member of the Insurance Nerds family.
Awesome.
So I know that you deal with lots of other industries,
Yeah.
but there's nothing like wearing this pin. It really separates you from the rest of the organization. So
Awesome.
insurance needs the most help. So we appreciate you coming into insurance
you.
and making
I'll wear it proud.
a difference. I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Have a good one.